All right, so I placed the poll to see everyone's favorite Tem. I didn't put the best Tem, I put favorite Tem to use. That's a difference, because if I put best Tem, I don't think some of these Tems stand a chance. Like, for example, if I said what's the best Tem, I don't think anyone votes in Crystal, because Crystal can't clear all the levels at an easy rate, right? Like, for example, you're seeing everyone have Enki. Why? Enki does a bunch of AoE burst damage. That's really the name of the game, to clear. If you're playing solo, you want to be able to clear. Now, me personally, I like to use Tems as just fun for me. So that's why you're seeing I chose Huchik. It's not because I think it's the best Tem. Well, it's the best Tem for me. But it's a different playstyle, right? So there's actually, turn on here, right? Someone wrote, and no one's surprised, Enki is top. Enki is 6 techs and gear in most of the trees, so checks out. Okay, so there's another Tem that has that. Let's actually, I don't think the game will actually show it right now. But if you're playing the game, you realize, well, Huchik has that too. Huchik has the availability to use mental, has availability to use water. I think it has a weakness in the third stage, but you can clear through it no problem. The fourth stage, you actually can do well. Is it better than Enki? I don't know. I haven't used Enki. I haven't used Enki, max levels. So that does make a difference. But I think I see everyone else clearing everything with Enki, no problem. They're not switching, not caring about strengths and weaknesses. They just say, yo, I do damage. If it's not weak to electric, it'll be weak to crystal. And that is A-okay. Right, let me go back to the poll. Right, so just because you have 6 skills and 6 techniques and 6 gears does not make the Tem the best, right? Most people that was in this poll voting wants to be able to do damage. That's what everyone likes to do. That's okay, right? So let's look around. What has the second amount of votes? Platy. Platy, out of the 5 Tems you start with, I think it's a safe Tem to pick. You use a lot of range. You don't really have to be in close proximity. You don't have to worry about taking damage as much. And the ultimate, when you're trying to do objective, you can push everyone out the way. It's a safe Tem. I think if you chose Platy to start off, it's good. I would put this under a beginning level Tem. Right? I put Enki as beginner / intermediate. I don't even play intermediate, not because of the damage. It's because, like, when you're starting off, you get hit a few times, you don't have a dodge, you can get wrecked. Put that out there, right? Now, another Tem you started off with Smazy. Now, I'm actually surprised Smazy only has 6 votes, the same as Platy. I'll be honest, Smazy does good damage, able to survive. I think what really makes people not choose Smazy is because, everyone is chasing damage. Like, I've seen someone not wanting the shield, right? Which is fine. You can choose whatever moves you want. But it also complains stating that enemies do too much damage. I'm like, huh? How? Who are you using? Smazy. Like, Smazy gains health every time you level up. And you have a shield. But you're not using the shield, it could be different. If you're not using like fortify as well, it could hurt. I always recommend everyone, hey, if you're playing this game, have at least one skill that's gonna just be able to protect you. Now, if you can get a one defense trait too, that's great. I prefer fortify over the health, but I mean, if your character already built in armor, I say screw fortify, because you only can really get so much out of it before diminishing returns. Get yourself some health. That's my opinion. They go back and forth with each other, right? So yeah, Smazy has 6 votes. Now Ori here, only has 3 votes, same as Crystal. Now, again, Crystal's fun, but a lot of Crystal's board is not available. Still a good Tem, but not available. So I can understand why not many people want to use Crystal. But Ori got nerfed from the demo to the early access. They changed the starting move. I think it's called data burst, right? You would shoot like 1 shot every 0.5 to 1 second. I'm gonna say 1 second. You fire off a shot at the enemy. So 1 second, 1 second, 1 second, 1 second. So they changed it. So now you use data corruption. So granted, it's a good move. It's not like it's bad, but to start off, to have a move that slows someone, you land a hit, and it's doing less damage than data corruption, and it takes twice as long to fire a shot. You're kind of just there. So now you want an item to make it so you shoot faster, or you get data corruption. Well, have less the bar moves faster, cooldown reduction. Sorry. So that really hurts, Ori. Now, granted, also what hurts Ori is the ultimate is not digital, it's flame, right? So you can't really buff that unless you put, you have a flame damage or the all-around damage, right? With, like, for example, Inky, when you start off, you can just get the electric buff and you get all your skills buff. Platy, you can just get the water buff and you can just have all your water moves buffed. Smazy with the melee, I don't even know if Pick a Pet had wind buff. I'm not sure. I don't remember ever seeing it. And Crystal, you just go with Crystal, or maybe this is pronounced Crystal. I'm not sure. I think it's pronouncing it Crystal. But Crystal can just go all, what's it called? I forgot now. Oh, Crystal, and then in fact, Smazy's skill ultimate is actually Earth. But man, how much damage you doing? You constantly be punch, and it's easy to get a synergy. Smazy synergies come really easily. Doesn't take much. You're just about always gonna get a synergy with Smazy that you'll like to do damage. Platy, you're gonna get a synergy that does damage, no matter like one way. You go water, that is. Ori, you can, but the tornado could be inconsistent for some. May not like it. It's not like I said, Ori's not really the most consistent. The what is it? The little hammer thing that drops down. That's not bad, but everyone wants that data burst plus. Constant attacking. It has some knockback on it as well. It's great. But again, you don't start with data burst anymore. It's weird, right? So Pick a Peck. Honestly, Pick a Peck is where I thought Pick a Peck would be. Well, Pig Epic, right? So Pig Epic has clear once you get a synergy. You don't really get KO'd. You can literally, like on the board, you don't have to build damage to start off. You build anything that gives you survivability, because the gear will give you the damage. So you don't need to build any damage. And I'm meaning this, like the hardest level, I forgot the name of it right now. The one that has the 3 times gold. I did that in co-op while the buff was, before we got the availability to spend all our pants on the character. Before it's capped at 40k, I cleared that with Pig Epic using less than 40k pants on. So that tells something right there. You're not really gonna die. You know how to move, and you're gonna do damage once you get a synergy. Now, 2 synergies is even better, and the synergies are easy to get. Big Epic synergies don't have a rare item. Like the feat was not rare to move faster. You'll commonly see that, so it's all right. I forgot what other ones, but basically it's easy to get them. Now, Pig Epic probably has more, but I can see Pig Epic having being where it's at, right? Pig Epic is still cool. I think all the Tems are cool and good. Hoochick, I'm actually surprised Hoochick has more votes than Ori. Hoochick is basically Ori if you wanted to do damage. You're probably like, what? So it's the opposite? Well, it's the same. It has a similar playstyle, except instead of more trying to be, you know, supportive, is more for damage. Now, you still have a debuff move. It's more for damage. Most people are trying to go the water route, which again, I don't think is bad because they want to be able to have a better start early on. Makes sense. Now, you stay mental, right? Which, be honest, you might be mental in the head, right? And by the way, I'm not insulting anyone because I'm talking about myself. I prefer mental over water, right? So when you're going mental, the start seems, I don't want to say extremely slow, but it can be slow. You don't understand what's going on. You have to move enemies into your hits. This is why I say Hoochick is not someone you use to start off. I'd probably say Hoochick is expert difficulty. Like he's been playing for a while, and you're aware of your movements. Because Hoochick, again, will die really fast. You don't get the shield. Need that water shield, no matter what. Well, I mean, you can go without it, but it's safer to go with it. And you're not really losing damage, to be completely honest. You're not losing damage. You have 6 slots. Even with 4 slots, you're not really losing damage to put 1 for defense. If anything, you probably get more damage because you're not having to look for health as much. Unless you're pro and you don't get hit, then never mind. Take it back. Foot in my mouth. But yeah, overall, like once you start upgrading Hoochick and you get a synergy, every synergy works. Every synergy is good. And when you start getting the mental synergies, oh my gosh, it feels good. You have one that can be an AoE around you. If you hit anybody with it, they lose armor. You're constantly gonna be doing damage one way or another. You have tentacles that come out in random locations that has the large AoE. Right? You don't even need anything to boost your AoE. There's another synergy that works with, with the weapon that, supposed to be a boss killer, a mini boss killer. Everybody wants that, so it just works to have Hoochick around. Like, you benefit from what people want to use. Every item that people like to use, it can synergize with Hoochick, so it's easy to get synergies. Unless you're gonna say you want the mental one, the one that boosts mental damage. Well, Hoochick is good, but again, you have to be able to move around. It's not straightforward damage, at least not early on. And the scream it does, it's cool, but it takes a while. That's your only like real aim move for consistency. Because you can even summon like little ghosts, like spirits, and you dance around those too. The thing I like about it is when you play co-op, it looks better. Like the more players you playing with, the better Hoochick looks. So again, the party of 3, you might want to have a Hoochick. Now, do you want to have that as your main character level? I don't know. I haven't played with 3 players. I only got to play with 2. Right? Because it kind of does what Ori is supposed to do, except it just helps clear a lot more. So if you're going to choose Ori for the heal, and you have Hoochick now, like you just don't choose Ori. Again, it's not because Ori's bad, it's just Ori's start is bad. That's what it is. But once we start getting more unlockables for Ori, I think things will be better. Man, I took a lot of time on this video. Hey, I want to know, who's your favorite Tem? And who you think is the best Tem? So my favorite Tem is clearly Hoochick, right? But if you ask me the best Tem to use, like when it's all said and done, I say Enki. Enki can play every level. Even if you have a weakness, you can do enough damage. And you can place a shield on you to make it so you don't take as much damage. That's my opinion. That's my I don't think it's a hot take. But yeah, y'all take care and be easy. I'll catch you in the next video. Thank you for watching the video. Like and subscribing, because you can put that subscribe button that's right over here. And don't forget, you can watch the videos over here. I want to see you in there too, all right? You enjoy yourself.